What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. 2 words, Paulo non Molo. You know what you're getting when it comes to him. He drops like a monthly bombshell on everybody. Talks about all the real details, what you need to know when it comes to Juventus and the Mercado. I like his format. I like what he does, as well as some of the other stuff we did fill you in on regarding the Mercado and some of the moves Juventus are going to be making. Stick with us. We'll fill you in. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sovro. Today, it is Saturday, June 4th, 2022, and of course I got your latest rundown of all things Juventus, all the news that you care about each and every day. Before we jump into it though, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. I'm gonna hype on it, and I know you all don't really like it when we do this, but I have to, guys. We really need your help. Please hit the like button. It does help our channel to continue to grow, and it really does make a big difference. If you want us to continue to be able to make regular videos and then post stuff that we do, hitting the like button really helps because of the algorithm. The algorithm is nonsense, but it's what you have to do. You have to feed the the YouTube algorithm, but also the Juve algorithm as well. Hit that like button. It really does help. So let's get into it. I won't waste your time anymore, but just make sure you do that. It really does help if you really do enjoy what we do here on the channel. All right, let's get into it. The very first news story of the day, of course, is Paulo non Molo bombshell. Really talking about Roma overall, how their Mercado can be infused with what's happening with Juventus as well. And of course, the name of, it's my favorite name. It's Nicolo Zaniolo. You all may not like it, but he's a news story. And Juve are actually really, it seems, potentially pursuing him. And he could be a story that Juventus could end up with by the end of the Mercado. I hate to do it to you. You're not going to like it, but it's a possibility. We got to leave it out there. Anyway, as the story begins, Paulo non Molo says, I confirm everything I wrote on the 24th of November and the 1st of February. With or without Dybala, if there's a chance, we'll get Zaniolo. And I also add that his agents have on the table a first offer at 4.2 million euros plus bonuses to reach potentially to 5.5 million euros as well. So those are some high figures. I understand some people are not going to like that. Those are pretty high wage figures for what we really value Zaniolo at. And again, I'll say it myself, even as a Zaniolo fan. I still, me personally, I view him as more of a midfield player, though I understand he's been utilized as a striker, and maybe Juventus will end up using them in that spot, and that's why a lot of people are really a bit more apprehensive about potentially bringing him into the club, because, yeah, he's only had 2 goals, but he is, again, recovering, and he is still getting back into form, and I think he can reach his form at Juve. I know it sounds optimistic, especially given that like all the players right now, Vlahovic, whoever, are not into form because of coaching. I understand your trepidation there, but I personally have faith in Zaniolo. I do. I know maybe it's misplaced, but I do. You can crush me, you can yell and scream, fill your diaper, whatever you have to do in the comment section. But that's just my personal opinion. What we do here is it's a fan community. This is not a it's biased, but when I say it's not an unbiased news source, it's a biased not as like a strong callous bias. There may be a little bit, but what I mean by that is I obviously understand my own biases. I'm a fan with my own opinions. You're a fan with your own opinions. We can have a discussion. We can be, decent human beings and talk about this, right? All right, but that's just where I sit with it. I understand if you disagree, you are more than welcome to that. But if he comes here and he balls out, I don't want to hear one damn word out of you. You don't get to celebrate a single goal. If you come in here, and yeah, I know I'm coming heavy-handed. If you come in here, and I know the ones, y'all been vocal. If he scores and he balls out at Juve, you better shut your damn mouth up, sit down, and be quiet. All right, let's continue on, though. Roma are interested in Rovella, not McKennie. So there's, it's almost like a positive thing for me. It's unfortunate. Because, when I say unfortunate, I know there's a lot of people, there's let's not say a lot. There's a number of people that are interested to see Rovella at Juventus. I was that especially in the winter Mercado. But when it comes to Rovella, his value, honestly, for Juventus is more off the field and more just what he can bring monetarily and then also potentially negotiation-wise with other clubs in Serie A right now because of his experience, because of whatever. And just because Juve are just definitely looking more at Miretti and Fagioli as being their top guys. One of those or potentially both of them staying at the club in the first team next season. So, but also to go along with this, and I know whatever you want to say about McKennie, it's another thing. I know I'm coming a little bit hard, but like when it comes to McKennie, I understand people's criticisms of him and his ability either just his physical fitness, his whatever, his eating habits, all that stuff. But one thing I will say is McKennie gives you 110% when he's on that freaking pitch. There's plenty of guys out there that are in peak physical condition and are not giving you 110%. McKennie, it's effort and it's hustle, and that's a lot of what he does is effort, and that's what I value a lot in. Not that he's just a slight little bit of pudge there around the belly. If I had that amount of pudge, just that amount, I'd be more than happy. I'd be doing this show shirtless if I had the amount of pudge that McKennie had. If we're being honest, you guys may thank you guys might thank me that I'm not doing the show shirtless. I'm not Davey Wavy on our channel over here, but we appreciate it. Hey, y'all pay for the show, I guess. Anyway, it will come out, strangely enough, but it will come out for Roma that the name of Luca Pellegrini is a product on their youth. If they move on Vina, they'll keep him, Spinazzola, Karsdorp, and Zalewski. I think really a little bit of a weird translation there, but I think overall it's just they're interested in bringing back Luca Pellegrini, who was in their youth system. Juventus have had him. I mean, it seems more and more likely that sometime during this mercado that Luca Pellegrini will depart from Juventus. When I say unfortunate, I'm not trying. He's not Juve quality, but at the same time, I value effort. I value hustle because I've seen multiple seasons Ronaldo not giving the amount of effort that I expect. I'm not saying that Ronaldo's a terrible player. Obviously, he has a lot of great qualities, but there are times where I just didn't see that hustle, and I do value me personally. Maybe it's an American thing, but it's a hustle that I want to see. Whatever green tea, whatever you want to call it, we call it here hustle, and that's something I want to see. But makes sense in a deal like that. You can send him off, maybe get a much better one, potentially Udogi. We'll see. And then finally, today they say Roma have put Zaniolo on the market. The price previously said to be about 70 million euros has dropped to 50 million. Rovella's always an idea, also because Juventus' idea is to use Moretti, possibly Fagioli in the first team, like I said earlier. Here's my personal opinion. It was 70. It's dropped to 50. I think it's going to keep dropping. I think the final number will be more reasonable. I know it may not be the 30 million that a lot of people are saying. I think maybe about 40. I think if you do 40, and regardless of the reports, I think Giovanni Albanese had a report saying that, I think it was him. It could be somebody else. But anyway, had a report saying that Roma are not going to take less than 50 mil and they want cash. We'll see what happens, especially if they are interested in a Rovella. If they're interested in a player, Luca Pellegrini and Rovella, you could probably utilize one of them, probably Rovella more than Luca Pellegrini. You could probably utilize him a little bit to drop that, or to maybe have a much more favorable loan to buy whatever option kind of deal. I will see what happens, but that's where I say with it. I think, to me, if you ask me, I think 40 million. I know a lot of you people will say it's still overpriced for Zaniolo, and I can't fully disagree with you, but I think that would be, especially if you can get him on like some kind of a loan deal, I think that'll be fine. Let's continue on though. Now we can talk about Molina and the situation going on there. Udinese's director, Pierpaolo Marino, I don't know why I couldn't say it. Anyway, talking about the player and his future, says that Molina is a player who, because of his interest of the interest he is attracting in Italy and abroad, will be difficult to retain. I hope it will be an Italian team that picks him up and enhances his value. I think Juventus has the ability to do that. So obviously, Juventus and Udinese have some really good. They've, I would say good feelings, you know what I mean? They have a good relationship. They have good relations with each other. I think this is one that they can definitely get done. But it doesn't stop there with Molina. We continue on in the left back position. And Paulo Nonmolo says that the real news is an acceleration for Molina. Juve would actually like to get both of the backs from Udinese. To get them, it would require to include players. One, of course, is Felipe Ranocchio. They like the winter as well, but Juve doesn't want to lose control. Berentia and Zanimacchia as well are other options that they could potentially be interested in. Latest reports seem to have closed the door on Udogi. But if Paulo Nonmolo is to be believed, then maybe there's a way that Juventus can work out some kind of deal where they're offering them, some players that may help ease the bleeding there a little bit that they would have from losing both of their backs to Juve. So we'll see what happens there. Something to definitely keep an eye on. Another one that's a little bit surprising here is it's not exactly certain that Cuadrado will stay. Arriva Bene wasn't happy with the refusal to negotiate a 2-year deal at lower figures. That's why from Arabia to the USA to the Premier League, he's looking around at the price to set his balance sheet value. He can leave. So whatever that is, a few million it is for him, especially because he only has potentially looking at. He has the 1 year option, but he really wants to get 2. But Juve wanted to lower the price there to whatever it was. So be it. I think at this point, when it comes to it, I've valued what Cuadrado has done the last couple seasons, but this final season, this last season, has not been good enough. He hasn't been nearly the player, and I've always said for a long time, if he's not creating crosses, he's not creating opportunities there, then he's really not doing much for you. So at this point, it seems all but assured that he'll be moving on here in the next couple seasons, at least. If it's not this Mercado, maybe next one, it looks like. Okay, let's continue on. Talk about another player that needs to get out, and that's Adrian Rabiot. Could be on the move. Nico Schietta was talking about that, saying that Manchester United and Newcastle have shown interest and asked information for Adrian Rabiot. Juventus asked 15 million euros to sell the French midfielder. So, Mama Rabiot, you get on that. All right. Continuing on talking about that, Paulo Namolo kind of backs that up and says Rabiot has 3 offers from the Premier League and the usual talks with PSG. Mom Rabiot has given the green light, or has the green light to deal with everyone and knows what is required. So basically, the 15 million euros is what's required. Anybody who's asking that can get him. Anybody. Just whoever wants him and where he's willing to go. Peace. See ya. Anyway, so we'll stay with that. I don't need more Rabiot. I understand he had a couple moments where he played good defensive games, but overall, he ain't good enough, guys. All right, let's continue. I don't know why I'm talking like that. I don't talk like that. All right. Next one up, we have Corriere dello Sport talking about Di Maria and what's going on with him. Basically just saying that Di Maria convinces everyone of his unquestionable qualities, but he wanted to take his time before giving his definitive answer. So, no rush, guy. No rush, Di Maria. We got all the time in the world. No rush. The fans aren't impatient. It's not like it would be nice to have, it wouldn't be nice at all before the Mercado opened up on the 11th. It wouldn't be nice at all to have 2 guys locked up and signed and have that part of the Mercado taken care of for Juventus. No rush. You take your time. Calm down. We don't care. We're fine. We're Gucci over here. We're good. But anyway, it would be nice to have them already signed up and good to go, so that way we can focus on the other areas, which appear to be the possibility of Molina. Maybe, Zaniolo is one that's going to be pushed back to later in the Mercado. If it's something that actually is going to happen, I doubt that happens anytime before mid-July. That's my personal opinion. Maybe even later than that, really. August, however long it takes. I think it doesn't end until September. So yeah, it could be definitely an August deal that one would be. Anyway, but not trying to be that guy, but come on. Let's just Di Maria, Pogba, let's hustle it up there. All right. Let's continue to talk about what's going on with Juventus in this Mercado. Paulo Namolo's talking about basically post-Chiellini. The targets are set for who Juventus are going to go after. He says, I remain convinced that the most followed profiles remain that of Bajashile and Bremer, and that Koulibaly is an opportunity, a big and immediate opportunity, but not a future one. Not at the figures read and not without including players. Napoli also like Pellegrini. So one thing this says, obviously, is that Pellegrini's going somewhere. Somebody's going to get Pellegrini, be it Roma, be it Napoli, be it a Premier League club, be it whoever's interested in him, he's more than likely going, because Alexander probably is sitting his happy self there and getting, the money that he has right now promised to him, confirmed by Juventus, rather than ever trying to leave. He'll leave next season. If they can work out a deal for any of those 3 players, I'd be happy. I'd be content with Bajashile, with Bremer, with Koulibaly. One of the things I wondered about Gotti and the situation with him, it's kind of a weird buy looking back. Like, why did Juventus go all in and getting Gotti, especially when he doesn't seem now like, hey, maybe he's not really a usable player. When I say that, what I mean is he's not a that's what I mean. He's not usable. He's like a 5th tier guy. He's like tied with Rugani. What I said was what I meant. That's what I mean. He's just really not usable. I thought really more than likely there were 2 things. Either Juventus really did see something in him, or what I thought was more likely, but appears not to be happening, is that they really thought that would be the key to getting Bremer from Torino. You will go ahead and get him, work out a deal with Torino. We took their guy that they're getting to replace him, but maybe we can try to work a deal. Be like, you're going to get him anyway. Can we swap this instead of Inter getting him? But hasn't been a lot of rumbling there when it comes to the Bremer, stuff besides him going to Inter. I don't know why I'm tripping over my words today. Apologize, guys. Anyway, Koulibaly is an opportunity. We'll see. Definitely, I would say definitely if you can get Koulibaly, it'd be a great one. But again, I'm just negative Nancy over here when it comes to me believing that Trashman De Laurentiis is going to come to the table and do anything beneficial to Juventus. So we'll see if he does. If he really does want a player like Pellegrini, depending on the Demiral situation, if that comes back on the table, hey, I'm all here for it. But I'll believe it when I see it, and that's where I sit with that still. Continuing on, we have looking for a backup for Dusan Vlahovic. Some of this may need to be redacted, or I might need to bleep some of this out because I may have a reaction. Corriere dello Sport's reporting say that Juventus continue to evaluate the offensive department. While on the one hand, they are hoping to convince Atletico to offer a discount for Morata, which would probably, of these names, be the most beneficial. On the other hand, I threw up last time, so I got to get through this. And today, I gotta say this word. I gotta say it. Okay. Deep breaths. We got this, guys. On the other hand, they are looking at they're looking at me. Okay, you know the player. They're looking at him and Arnautovic, and Simeone's agents have made a proposal to Juve. So, no thanks to all of them. Can we just say no thanks to all of them? I like the Muriel one was better. Maybe just a little bit. Yeah. I don't know. Like maybe we can just not really get these guys. Maybe we can never mention Milik again on the channel. Maybe we can do that. Maybe, please. Can we? Why I sound like Stewie from Family Guy? I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, no thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. We don't. No. Muriel, I'd be accepting. Honestly, if we're going to go back for another guy, what happened to Raspadori? Give me some Raspadori. I know maybe it's not going to be utilized in the same position, but I want to hear more about Raspadori. I don't want to hear more about Morata would be fine. I'm fine with keeping Morata. I don't want to hear more about Milik or Arnautovic and Simeone now. We'll see. We'll talk about it. Anyway, Juve, however, want to settle the Keane issue before making any moves on the matter. Honestly, with some of these names, I'd just say keep them as you can. Sell them next year. I don't know. All right, I'm not wasting more time with this. That is what it is. Do what you will with that. I ain't happy about it. All right. Why do I say it ain't so much? I don't even say ain't in my regular life. Right? It's weird, right? It's weird. Anyway, Gazzetta dello Sport here talking about the Kostic talks going on with Frankfurt. The negotiation with Eintracht Frankfurt is open. Juve want Kostic and are trying to make a breakthrough by reasoning on the sum of 15-20 million euros. Hey, Gazzetta dello Sport with our latest edition of Hey, no news, because we talked about this the last couple days. It's been the same crap. Congratulations, Gazzetta dello Sport. You win our Hey, no news of the day. There we go. Nothing has changed. They're in talks with Kostic. Guess what? They're in talks with Di Maria. Hey, guess what? The feelings are positive on Di Maria. Hey, guess what? The feelings are positive on Pogba. Hey, guess what? We don't know when Pogba's gonna make the announcement. Hey, guess what? There's probably some more meetings. There we are. There you go, guys. Sorry if I'm getting a little feisty there at the end, but it's the no news reports that do kind of annoy me a little bit. I mean, if you at least word it in a different way instead of making it sound like you're reporting something. Like, at least put it at the beginning, but like, hey, guys, the situation remains the same. That's what I would say. You know? Maybe. Anyway. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below about all the stuff we talked about today. Of course, that made news there was at the beginning. The Zaniolo, Roma stuff, all that's going on with that. That could be coming. It appears it's coming to fruition. And then as well as all the other stuff, Molina and all that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, make sure you like the video. Like I said, please, guys, hit that like button. It's free. You don't have to do anything. Just hit the like button. It really does help our channel. If you enjoy the content we bring to you each and every day, we try to do a lot for you guys. So, for you guys, you know what I mean? We try to do a lot. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos because we do put out quite a few, so sometimes they can get lost in the muck. And then also make sure that if you haven't already, you can follow me at Justin Sofro on Twitter. It's down here right below where it says my host name. And then, of course, also make sure you follow Beyond Canary Zone at Beyond Canary Zone, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I'll see you guys next time. Forza Juve, Forza Beyond Canary.